Hi, my name is Rich Massey. I'm president and co-founder of the Fight On McKenna Foundation. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2020 Bite for the Fight Food Festival presented by Comcast Technology Solutions. While our event's going to look a little different this year, our mission is still very much the same: to improve the quality of life for kids and families battling pediatric cancer, and do it with the same fighting spirit as our daughter McKenna. Now, to officially kick off our event, I'd like to introduce you to my friend and Food Network star, Chef Robert Irvine.
Thanks, Rich. Hello, I'm Robert Irvine, and I would like to welcome you all to the 2020 Bite for the Fight Food Festival. I hope you're all at home surrounded by your loved ones and staying safe. Hopefully also you have some good food on hand, either homemade or takeout from our great supporting restaurants. And lastly, we hope you're ready to donate to this great cause. Last year, I had the honor of being a special guest at the first Bite for the Fight Festival, and this year, I have the honor of kicking off this broadcast. I would like to start by bringing it back to the reason why we're doing this and talk a little bit about the young lady that inspired all of this to take place. I met the Massey family and McKenna back in 2014 in the Comcast Tower where her father works. For those of you that know McKenna, she was this little girl with a big smile and a love of life. She lit up the room when she came in, and everyone who met her said there was something special about her. I built a relationship with her over the following years and always loved to make her laugh. This year, Fight On McKenna Foundation had a real decision to make. They knew they had to decide what to do for 2020. They could have taken a year off, or waited to see how things went with the pandemic. Or they could push on and find a way to keep going. When your foundation is named after, well, a smart, focused, passionate, and determined young lady like McKenna, then you only have one choice. There are children and families out there battling their own fights against cancer, and they don't have the option to wait a year. Inspired by McKenna and her fight, they pushed on and set up this amazing virtual event. We understand that the world, well, is in its own fight right now. This pandemic has affected every person and every industry. The restaurant industry especially is struggling to find its place and remain open. We hope that McKenna can stand as an inspiration to them as well, not to give up and to continue to fight to keep their businesses going. We hope that you will also keep them in mind today as you take part in this virtual event. So, please settle down, get ready for the show to begin, grab your loved ones and hold them close. Join in the fun, and the fight is still on. Now it's your turn to take part. Thanks, and now I send you back to Big Bad Rich to start off the program. Go for it, Rich.
Thank you, Robert. I want to personally thank you and Team Irvine for supporting my family and the Fight On McKenna Foundation. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the host for the 2020 Bite for the Fight Food Festival, Matt McHale. Matt joined our team this year helping us pull off this virtual event. And without him, it wouldn't have been possible. Matt is also a chairman of the board and president of Designing for Hope, another charity helping critical ill families during their session. So Matt, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you for being our host.
Thank you. And welcome everybody to the 2020 Bite for the Fight. In typical 2020 fashion, we're doing a little differently this year than we've done events in the past. For those who joined us last year, we had a phenomenal in-person event and hope to get back to that at some point. But for today, we're going to be doing this live coming into your home. So if you're watching at home, we want you to kind of go along with us, participate a little bit on social media. So we have a hashtag that we're going to do. So the hashtag is B4TF20. So it's hashtag B4TF20. So what I'd like to do is make some posts during this event, and the post that gets the most likes during that, we're going to be giving away a free growler. And we'll talk about the growlers later and how awesome these are and what you're going to get out of that. So that's a really awesome prize. So start posting now. So over the next hour, we can do that. So over the next hour, we have auction items that we're going to be talking about as well. So the big three just went live a little while ago. So we're going to talk about that in a second. But I want to thank also Comcast Technology Solutions for sponsoring the event, for helping us bring this to you and for helping us putting this on again this year. So some of the items we're going to talk about right now are three of the items, and we're going to talk about the other items throughout there. We're also going to have a couple things where we talk about why are we here? What does Fight On McKenna do? Who do they help? And where does the money that we're raising today and in other events, where does that go? And Rich, you'll give us some good feedback on that, some of the things we've done in the past and some of the things we're planning on doing more in the future. But right now, let me talk about the three big items that we have on there. So number one, we have Eagles tickets for 4 people for next year. So the game will be determined next year, but 4 tickets for an Eagles game in 2021. We also have a really cool house that we're going to show in a little bit in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and that's going to be available in May or August. We'll give you the dates when we go into that. But right now we want to talk about the Robert Irvine auction. So Robert Irvine, you just saw at the top doing a video for us, has also been generous enough to give a virtual meet and greet as well as 2 tickets to his event. His event's called Beats and Eats. And Rich, you've gone to Beats and Eats in the past, correct?
Yeah, we had the opportunity to go to Beats and Eats in 2019, and it is an awesome mix of food and music, and you will have a great time.
Awesome. So there's going to be 2 tickets to that event and the virtual. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. If you have a foodie in your life and you want to give that to them and being able to meet Robert Irvine in person, they can do that virtually, in their home, or you can keep it for yourself or have a dinner party with friends and say, hey, I got something I want to zoom in. All of a sudden, boom, Robert Irvine's there with you. And you're also going to get those 2 tickets. So just those 2 tickets, what's the price on those?
They're roughly $150 a piece.
So just for the tickets. So that is a great package. And we'll talk about some of the other ones a little later. But we have a number of videos we're going to show throughout the event today. And we're going to do a live drink mix. So we're going to show that a little later. So we'll talk about that. But right now, we're going to show the intro video we did for last year's event that talks a little about the foundation, why we're doing this today, why we've done it in the past, and why we're going to continue doing it in the future. So let's show that video so you guys have a better understanding of what we do.
So in 2014, McKenna was diagnosed with a Wilms tumor. It's a form of kidney cancer. She was stage 4 because the cancer had actually metastasized to her lungs. She battled for 9 months. In January of 2015, she was diagnosed to be in remission. She was cancer-free. So it was a very exciting day for us after a very long process. We started doing follow-ups with McKenna's oncologist at clinic. We were almost to 3 years before, in an unrelated doctor's appointment, they had done some blood work. That's when we learned that from the treatment from the Wilms tumor had actually given her a secondary cancer. She was admitted to the hospital for our first very long inpatient stay of over 30 days. We were there. McKenna started having complications with her breathing on just short walks, stuff that she had done plenty of times. And we realized that there was complications from all the treatment that she had had with her lungs, which also caused issues with her heart. And unfortunately, it was something that she could not overcome. And we lost her at the end of September of 2018.
What I remember about her was she just had this presence. She just had this kind of light that was so unique in a child.
Her smile, she just sparkled. She walked into her room and she's just one of those kids who I think about as being just good to the earth.
Being around her, it was sort of contagious. I remember visiting her many times and leaving with sort of a sense of renewal. And I feel like it inspired a lot of things in my life.
So some of McKenna's favorite things were the beach, hanging out with her friends, being with family. She really loved food, and she loved the Food Network, and she loved us cooking in the house. A lot of people talk about how sweet she was, which she definitely was, but she was focused and determined as anybody I've ever met or known. McKenna left us too soon. What we want to do with the Fight On McKenna Foundation is take her spirit and make sure that it lives forever. We're going to take her sweetness, we're going to take her goodness, we're going to take her focus and her determination as she was in her 14 short years, And we're going to pay that on to every other kid who is fighting against cancer and help their families. The people that support us and our foundation are now behind every one of those children that are fighting cancer as well. So whether it's through programs like integrated oncology to help with massage therapy, exercise bikes, aromatherapy, nutritional help, or if it's just to help the families how to cope on having a long-term inpatient stay, 30 to 40 plus days in a row. So we want to try to take all the funds that we raise through this foundation and put it to helping families.
To capture the essence of her would be to allow other families to honor her spirit that way and give them a sense of that hope.
Helping a child and their family with cancer and just want to help them get through in a more kind and holistic way. This is a great program that you can contribute to because your money will be used in ways to really help alleviate distress and suffering and promote healing.
I spend a lot of time thinking about the foundation and what it can be doing and how we're going to try to help as many kids as possible. It's a promise I made to her during her last hours, and it's a promise that I'll never break. Let me welcome Dr. Tracy Jubileer, oncologist with Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, to the show. Welcome, Tracy, and thank you for making time to join us today. So we just watched a video from last year's event where we described integrative oncology. Tell us a little bit about what we've done in the last 12 months with the fitness equipment at Children's Hospital.
Well, it's really exciting, Rich. We've been able to purchase several pieces of fitness equipment, including a treadmill, age-appropriate bikes, an elliptical trainer, and some balance boards. And kids can actually use them in their hospital rooms. We really know that exercise is so beneficial for kids in the hospital. You know, McKenna, as we know, was hospitalized for long periods of time during chemotherapy and her transplant. And we know that having such equipment can help with conditioning, with strengthening. Really, exercise improves sleep and overall quality of life. So our kids get to work with a physical therapist using this equipment, and we're just so grateful and excited to have this now in our inpatient unit. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. We're really excited about what we've been able to do so far and looking to do much, much more. So we all know McKenna was a foodie, and one of the things that really excited us about the integrative oncology program was the nutrition part. And so we've partnered with you guys to purchase a cooking cart for cooking demos and things at Children's Hospital. And we know COVID-19 has thrown a little bit of a wrench into that. Why don't you tell us about the plans that we're doing there?
So I'm really excited about this because nutrition is really a key component of integrative medicine, and we're recognizing now how much nutrition can contribute to healing. So our goal is to help kids through the cancer journey with symptom control and weight maintenance. So with your donations, working with our registered dietitians and medical chefs to create a culinary medicine series where we're going to teach children and families how to cook nutritious food that's fun to make and it's tasty. And in addition, as you said, with the money that you guys have donated, we're in the process of purchasing a mobile cooking cart for cooking demonstrations that can be used in various locations in the hospital. Children and their families will be active participants in these demonstrations, and then we'll have the ability to live stream into the patient's hospital rooms as well as their homes, and then record these sessions for patients to upload on our website. Of course, we had hoped that the cooking cart would be here for this year's fundraiser, but COVID, among other things, has put a hold on this. So that being said, the cart is hopefully getting purchased over the next few months. And our plan is for our medical chefs to record some video sessions virtually. And then next year, we can start in-person demonstrations once the pandemic is over.
And hopefully one of those in-person demonstrations is to have the cooking cart at 2021 Bite for the Fight.
Exactly.
All right, thank you a lot, Tracy. Just before we let you go, why don't you share any last thoughts with our supporters and also give us your favorite memory of McKenna?
So what I would say, Rich, the thing I remember most about McKenna was her beautiful smile and that sweet, infectious laugh. to be honest, I have to say, I don't ever remember hearing a complaint out of that kid. I mean, she must have saved it for you guys all. Because, and the thing I loved about her was that, yes, we would do our usual medical routine in the room, but I really learned about who she was, whether it was talking about her doing Taekwondo or an Eagles game or just a simple school day. I got to know her. Her kids teach us a lot of life lessons, and McKenna in her short life lived really life to the fullest because of her positivity and because of you guys being the amazing family who understood the meaning of embracing life with everything she was going through. I mean, she was just such a ray of sunshine who's going to be missed so much. So I thank you and your family for giving me a glimpse of your amazing daughter. And I just can't thank you guys enough for donating and supporting this wonderful mission that we're creating at CHOP to treat children in a more wholesome and healing way. So thank you.
And it's just, it's extra special to us that your integrative oncology program that you're spearheading fits right into the mission of our foundation. And the fact that you were McKenna's oncologist makes it all the more special. And we thank you for everything. Thank you, Tracy, for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. So I think we're going to cut to a couple shots of being able to show some of the fitness equipment that we've purchased so far at CHOP. And I think you can see it here on screen. So we have several elliptical machines and bikes and some balance boards that is really helping when you're neutropenic and you have to be quarantined to the room. It gives the kids a different type of exercise to do other than physical therapy. This is one video of the balance board with one of the patients using that currently that your donations went to funding. So, yes, we're really excited about this. This was a big thing for us when we were in CHOP, and we're excited to pass this on to other kids and families. So we're going to get ready to turn it over back to Matt, and Matt is going to go through one of our first cooking demos with Sedona Tap House. Matt, take it away.
Absolutely. And thanks, Rich, and thanks to Dr. Tracy. I mean, again, there's a lot of great items up there on the auction, and there's a lot of things you guys can get, but remember, the reason for the auctions and the reason for all this is to fund those amazing programs and to do those things. So again, we thank you and the foundation for what you do. So right now, we're going to go to one of my favorite restaurants, Sedona, and they've done a really cool video for us. And this is sponsored by the Dombrowski family. And this is the second time they sponsor with us. The Dombrowski family sponsored with us last year too, so we thank them and we thank Sedona. So let's kick it over to Sedona.
Sedona Tap House was founded in 2011 by Dennis and Julie Barbero, veteran restaurateurs. Julie, Dennis's wife, is a nutritionist and has celiac disease. So one of the things we wanted to create, and Dennis and Julie have captured with our menu, is a very heart-healthy, gluten-free menu with many different options for guests that are looking for organic food, are looking for a farm-to-table type experience with really authentic flavors and displays. So we are the first Pennsylvania Sedona Tap House. We have another location planned for early 2021 in Westchester. One of the dishes we thought would have a great appeal to our guests and to the folks that are attending the event is one of the signature items here at Sedona Tap House. It's one of our starters. It's called the Spicy Thai Shrimp. And it's large shrimp that are tossed in Napa cabbage and green beans. We saute each dish fresh. And we toss it with a spicy, savory Thai sauce. We do a crispy rice noodle on top and sesame seeds when we serve it. It's also sriracha based to the savory Thai sauce. So guests really get to incorporate a lot of different flavors. It's got a real nice bite to it, and you get a blending of a lot of different, flavors inside of this dish. So one of the things I was impressed about last year's Bite for the Fight was really the ability to showcase a few of our signature items alongside some very great restaurateurs in a setting which really allowed guests to really have a situation where they were able to go really from station to station and get a wide variety and wide array of different foods and flavors from some really tremendous restaurateurs. I thought the venue was great because it allowed a lot of showcasing with great video. There was a tremendous demonstration that Rich Massey did, which really talked a lot about Fight On McKenna and the organization itself, and it really showcased how great this organization is, and being a part of that allowed us to just showcase a small sample of what Sedona Tap House likes to do in the local community.
It was one of the best festivals that they have ever been a part of, was Fight for the Fight. I mean, they absolutely said it was such an original idea. They said the food was fantastic, and what just an awesome concept.
Well, you know, one of the unique things we've been able to do with our Dine Out for Charity is really partner with many tremendous socially responsible local organizations that really put the citizens of Phoenixville first. And so to partner with Bite for the Fight, we thought that was a unique opportunity for us to really connect again with a community-based organization that's doing great things for children. It's doing a great thing in this fight against cancer, and it really kind of, again, plays into the core principles and beliefs we have in organization. So we've been able to have our outreach in this community really reciprocate during COVID. So we see some of the great folks that we supplied some great meals during Dine Out for Charity on these Monday night features that we do. We've seen some of these guests come back and really reciprocate and support our business in some challenging times.
It makes me learn that one person can, even with like McKenna, it just teaches me that one person can touch so many people's lives, no matter what you're doing. I mean, it's taught me more than I would think a restaurant or even a charity could teach me, is that even me in my, server position or my community outreach position, people have touched me so much, just one person from each charity, and it just keeps me positive.
This charity, when Rich came to me about Bite for the Fight and honoring McKenna, this naturally played into what I think we do, as a civic responsibility and as a social responsibility. But it really hit near home for us because our signature charity really dealt with pediatric cancer and fighting this awful disease.
Welcome back, guys. So right now, we talked a little bit about this, but we have Mike from Boardroom Spirits with us, and he is the ready-to-drink manager over at Boardroom Spirits, and we're going to talk about a drink, but Mike, why don't you tell us a little bit about Boardroom and what you guys have been up to this year and some of the things that are going on there?
Yeah, so starting with the pandemic, we've really put together an easy-to-use, ready-to-drink product in these 750 milliliter bottles. It's all fresh, real ingredients, real blackberries, real grapefruits that we juice right at the distillery, and of course our award-winning spirits. So
it's all ready to go. They can just come pick it up.
Exactly.
They're an awesome mixologist at home, just like you now. You've done all the heavy lifting.
It's really that easy these days. No mess in your kitchen and just a good time for everybody.
Great. So what are some of the ways people can prepare this?
Well, I'd like to show you 3 different ways. Some people like to do a lighter take. A spritz is great for that. The traditional way to do a citrus-based cocktail like this would be up in a glass. And then on the go for an easy pour, you can just do it right over rocks. Let me show you.
Great. So Boardroom's in Lansdale, correct?
Yep, Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Lansdale, Pennsylvania. And you guys have takeout there. People can go pick these up, and you have a number of different items that they can order ahead of time, pick it up, or
we're striving to really become a one-stop shop. Almost like you would be going to a wine and spirits, which we will be in with our vodka sodas very shortly.
Excellent.
We're canning vodka sodas now, and that's starting to really pick up.
Good.
We'll do 3 ounces here for the spritz. So to shake this up, anytime you have citrus, really ideally you want to try to shake it. And then for the full effect, use your Hawthorne strainer here and your fine strainer for any
Oh,
ice chips.
there you go.
Extra fancy. And just some simple
What
club
is that?
soda.
Club soda?
Top that off about halfway.
Mike, I promise I'm not stealing your drink. We just want to make sure we get a great shot of what you're doing there.
Some ice.
Looks good enough to drink.
And a nice mint garnish.
Good stuff.
Now, pretty much the same thing, doing it up.
So how long have you guys been doing these type of drinks at the location?
Well, it really all came to a head in March, as it did with a lot of companies.
Huh? Why March? That's curious. What
Right.
happened in March?
But that really just allowed us to focus on bringing the experience home.
That's
Which
great.
has been a blessing.
That's great. So do you guys, is it pickup? Do you guys deliver? What is
So
that?
we actually have a full-fledged drive-through right at the distillery.
Awesome.
No touch and easy contact. Then we're doing delivery in the greater Philadelphia area.
Awesome.
And last but not least, we can even get it shipped to you. All right, for these I like to go all out with the lemon oil right on top.
Nice.
And that's the full effect. Doing it up, but if
Alright.
you don't have that much time, you're hanging out with your friends.
This one looks a little full, Mike. I might have to help you out here. Let me just, here we go. Take a little off top.
Believe it or not, you can be lazy about it and it's still great. That's what's so great about using
Oh,
all real ingredients.
excellent. Very
so,
good.
there you go. And
Rich, you want to try one? Absolutely. Okay. Don't drink that one. I already drank it in COVID land.
Which one?
Can't do that. I drank this one.
Okay.
So take either one of those. All right. Mike, you want to sip?
Sure.
How about we cheers?
Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, so next we're going to go over to another video, and this is sponsored by the Comcast Reliability Engineering. So this is Robert Ryan, who was the winner of last year's Bite for the Fight. So we had a contest last year, and we were all there in person in 2019. So we have a video from them. So let's kick it over to that.
Robert Ryan Catering and Design has been around for 28 years. Today we have 4 exclusive venues that we do all the sales, marketing, and catering at. One is here in Collegeville, the Barn on Bridge. Our second is inside Valley Forge Park at the Philander Chase Knox Estate. We also have one located in Malvern, which is the Barn at High Point, and our newest location is out in Westchester, 430 West is that venue name. So the chef and I came up with a diver scallop bite. That's the dish that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, so today I am going to do a demo on diver scallop with a little bit of romaine cream that I made, and that is going to get garnished with a micro coriander tempura style, and it is going to get paired with a kiwi mule because of first of all, kiwi they are in season right now, and then I just thought of keeping the theme green and green. You got a little bit of green from the kiwi and also green from the romaine cream, and also we got a little bit of green from the micro coriander. So I just wanted to to keep the theme green, and the mule is going to pair well with the scallop. So looking forward to show you guys how it's going to get put at the end.
Yeah, last year's Bite for the Fight Festival was great. We did a few different bites, but I believe the one that really took the trophy was the tomahawk steak bites that we did, with the 16-ounce tomahawk steaks that we had grilled and seared, and then we sliced them down and put them on the baguette with the chimichurri sauce. You know what, that was just a really fun event last year. There was a lot going on. It was really great to see all of the restaurants that were there that day. A lot of great bites and a lot of great people and good turnout. COVID's been tough for everybody this year. Our industry has been hit relatively hard. So we shut our business down on March 19th, and we were able to reopen on June 26th in the green phase. Since then, we've done about 10 weddings over the last 2 months. We have a busy September, busy October, but a majority of our events, all of our events right now are outside under tents at our venues. So that's been the biggest, complication with COVID, is not being able to use our indoor facilities and having to use outdoor tents at our venues. When we closed our business down on March 19th, there was three to 4 months that went by where we didn't execute any events. So the excitement that was building up during that time to reopen, at the same time with all of the new restrictions, was very had a lot of anxiety built into it. But now that we're open, executing events, our clients and our guests that come on site feel very safe. We have plastic shields that we have up now in between our staff and our guests that are at stations. We've radically changed the way that we are serving our dinner service, even table seatings for the guests to make them feel comfortable. Lot of new restrictions, but that is becoming the new norm in our wedding industry in 2020. The inspiration that I can take from the Fight On McKenna and the foundation is being a part of something that gives back to the community and to people. It's a great organization to be a part of, and highly inspires me to do more for the foundation. And the biggest thing that I take from the foundation and put into my business is just to stay positive and continue to move forward.
All right, and we're back. We're back, everyone. We're going to check in on social media. So far, you guys haven't done a stellar job on social media. So again, we're giving away a growler to the top post on social media. So we know we got people watching, we've got comments, but we want to see some more posts on there. So let's take a look at the social media again. It's B4 TF20. So that's a hashtag. You can use that to make the post. We see some of the comments on here on Facebook on there, and we've got Instagram. So either one of those platforms, we want to do that. There you go.
Yeah, there's those people.
Hey, there we go.
That's my brother-in-law Stan and my mother-in-law Mary.
Dirkelek? Is that
Yeah, Dirkelek.
The Dirkelek family watching us.
Yep. And my niece Chelsea,
Hi,
my boyfriend Sean.
How are you?
Thank you for posting.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for posting.
You're in the lead for the growler.
Yeah. The undisputed champion, the Dirkelek
Clubhouse
family.
leader.
So, good stuff. So let's kick it over to the Outer Banks house right now. So this house is called Sounds Perfect at Kitty Hawk. So anytime you have a name for the house, you know it's a great house. So we're going to take a little look at this. This is a video it's playing. So this is a 5-bedroom house in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, fully renovated, I think back in 2013. Again, you can go on there to the auction and be able to bid on this. So this is one of those where you can go in with a couple of families and do that, or just take your family down there. But you can see, if you know the area down there, it's a phenomenal area. Just from the name, Kitty Hawk, it's cool. So you can go down there for that. But it really is a great area, great place to do that. So it is May 1st or August 28th would be the 2 weeks that would be available. Am I right on that?
Yep, you're correct. Yep.
May 1st and August 28th. So you could choose from one of those weeks that's available right now. So you can go ahead and bid on those. Again, all the auction items are going to be closing at the end of this event. So you'll still be able to buy the growlers, the Purple Punch, but all the actual items, and again, we'll go into some of the other items in a little bit, but all the actual items will be closing at the end of the event. So if you're watching those right now, if you're keeping an eye on them, now's the time to start bidding, start putting on there, or make sure you're able to put in a bid, a top bid that you want to do. So if you put that in there on an item and someone else starts bidding, it'll automatically bid up for you. So you can use that also on there.
So Matt, quick update here. Right now, the current bid on Sounds Perfect is $2,250.
Nice.
So we got a great start on that one, but like you said, it's not going to be up for long. As soon as this event's over, we're going to be taking it down. And I'd like to also thank the Stone family for donating this. Fantastic people and an absolute unbelievable house. So I have friends that have stayed there and they just rave about just how wonderful the house is and the location on the Sound in Kitty Hawk.
It's a great area. You
can't beat out the Outer Banks.
Yep, absolutely. So if we want to kick it back again, we'll look at a few of the auction items once this video is done. Again, we'll thank Comcast Technology Solutions for bringing this to us and helping us to sponsor all this. So right now, I know the Eagles have been a big part of your family, correct?
Okay, absolutely.
Being Eagles fans and doing that. So right now we're going to go over to the president, Don Smolenski, did a video for us. So we're going to take a look from what Don and what he has to say.
Philadelphia Eagles coming to you from Lincoln Financial Field, which unfortunately this is what it will look like on Sunday, but such as it is in 2020. Just wanted to welcome everybody. My assistant Liz and I had first had the opportunity to meet McKenna in October of 2014. When we played the Rams. And it's probably no coincidence that we're playing in the Rams again this Sunday, the day after the event. We visited McKenna at CHOP while we were doing the Wawa coffee cart. We hosted her, Rich, and her entire family at training camp in 2018. We've had the good fortune of getting to know her and seeing her spirit, and we know that lives on. And on behalf of the Philadelphia Eagles and myself and Liz, we're proud to support the Bite for Fight Food Festival. Enjoy the evening.
That was great. So right now we're going to take a look at some of the different items we have from the Eagles. So we have a big one. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there's a number of items that we have up there right now. So and there's some really great items, some really cool. We have some signed Fletcher Cox, signed. Here we go. The cornhole set. Why don't you talk about the cornhole set?
So this one's great. This one it's a handcrafted cornhole set from the Philadelphia Carpenters JAC. And I actually played on one of these boards a couple weeks ago, and they are awesome. They are custom cabinet grade wood that they're crafted from. Comes with a set of cornhole bags, and right now I think it's at $320. But I think we got some room to get that up closer to $400.
This has the Philly Special on it. Yep. You can't see it here too easy, but it's got the Philly Special kind of written out on it. And there we go. Look at that.
The X's and O play from the Philly Special from the Super Bowl. It's awesome.
One of, if not the greatest play in Eagles history, right there. So, and obviously the cornhole in itself, so that's a great item that we have here. We also have, we'll go back to some of the Eagles. So like I said, we have the signed helmets.
Yep, we have two signed helmets, one from Fletcher Cox and one from Derek Barnett. Right now, the Derek Barnett one has no bid, so you can get that as a great item for great value right now. The signed Alshon Jeffrey jersey is at $125, which is fantastic. And then we have some really cool frame stuff, right? We have the headlines from the Philadelphia Inquirer from when they won the Super Bowl.
This is showing the newspaper and everything from there, and these are great. The frames on these are phenomenal.
Yep.
We've done these prints in the past. If you were at our event last year, We had a number of prints from this company, so they do an awesome job of this. A Dawkins autographed. That's only got one bid on it. So that's available right now. It's at one, what was that? Oh, we already got one by it. Goddard, a signed Goddard from his first TD catch. So we have the photos on there. But again, the biggest item we have overall for the Eagles are those tickets. We talked about that earlier. So we have tickets, 4 people for tickets for a game coming up in next year to be determined, and the Eagles will decide what game it's going to be. But again, we can see what Eagles fans you guys were and how much McKenna loved them, and some great pictures of her going to games. There's the number 1 fan right there. And
actually, can we go back one slide? So this actually, the shots from this game, actually the first time we met Don Smolenski, and I think you heard him talk about it in the video.
Yep.
The Eagles hosted us. This was when McKenna had cancer for the very first time. And
there's my boy Swoop.
Swoop
was with us last year in person. He couldn't make it this year.
This game was actually the Rams game, and it's how coincidental that Bite for Fight's on the weekend of the Rams game tomorrow.
There you go. So that means we're going to win tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Right?
We won that game.
There you go. I think we had a few more pictures. Nope. Okay.
So right now the Eagles tickets are sitting at $1,250 for 4 tickets.
For 4 tickets
to a 2021 Eagles game.
So you can buy them and surprise 3 of your friends, or call 3 of your friends right now and say, hey, let's go in on this. They're going to be phenomenal tickets. We already know that. I'm sure it'll be a great game next year to be able to go back there, be live, watching sports live. So that's great. So again, all those items are available till the end of the broadcast. So go on there, start doing it now. So I'm sure you guys at home have been sitting down. I saw the family sitting down. So wasn't everybody who's watching stand up? I want you to stretch out a little bit, and we're going to kick it over to the Mike Z Band, who's going to give us a little music to dance to.
Hi, I'm Mike Z. With your help and support for Bite for the Fight, we can get to a bright, sunshiny day where we're beating pediatric cancer for future generations.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone all the dark clouds that had made me blind. It's gonna be bright, sunshine today.
Great, thanks Mike Zban. I've known Mike and Linda for over 20 years, and I'm so happy they could be part of our event. And they were also part of our event last year in person over at Kimberton. So thank you. They even donated one of our auction items, the Sea Isle, or I'm sorry, not Sea Isle, I wish it was Sea Isle, but Stone Harbor Beach Patrol photo from a local artist out here in Reading. Fantastic. Make sure you guys are bidding on that. Thanks, Mike and Linda, and the entire Mike Zban. So I want to talk next about another program that we're partnering with Children's Hospital of Philadelphia on, and it's called the e-learning distance program. I think a lot of you know McKenna spent about 150 days in the hospital in CHOP, and most of that time was during the school year. We were fortunate enough to have the support of the Owen J. Roberts School District that had access to an e-learning robot. We really believe that gave her the ability to connect with her classmates, teachers, and friends, whether she was here at home with us or we were inpatient at Children's Hospital. We really feel strongly that every patient should have the opportunity to go to school at their school, whether it's virtual or in person. But if you're going to be virtual, that you have your friends and teachers there, and we really feel strongly to that. So because of your donations and support, we've been able to partner with them and start this distance learning program. So far, we've purchased 2 e-learning robots with iPads and laptops that the patients that can use there today. So I'd like to turn it over to a couple of video clips where we can hear from Dr. Barakat, who's leading the distance learning program, and Freddie Marinucci on business development CHOP and how we're partnering with them and how they partner with the Fight On McKenna Foundation. Let's roll to it.
Hello, my name is Lamia Barakat. I direct psychosocial services in the Behavioral Oncology Research Program for the Cancer Center at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I am so pleased to be able to join you at your Fight On McKenna event to give a heartfelt thank you on behalf of our psychosocial services team for the generous gift that is going to support the virtual learning of our patients who are on treatment for cancer. It is so vitally important that our patients, whether they're on treatment in the hospital or at home receiving treatment from home, have access to and continue to be involved in their learning. And that includes being active participants in their learning environments and their schools. Your gift is allowing us to give our patients who are in active treatment the opportunity to continue to engage with their teachers, with their peers, in their classes in a virtual way. This is all the more important when they're on active cancer treatment, but especially during this time of the COVID pandemic. And thank you so much for all the work you're doing on behalf of Fight On McKenna, as well as on behalf of our patients with cancer who are treated at the CHOP Cancer Center and their families. It is truly, truly an amazing service that you're doing and an impactful gift that you're making. And we thank you so much for all your efforts.
Hi, my name is Freddie Marinucci. I'm the Senior Director of Development for the Cancer Center at CHOP. I wanted to take a minute to say thank you to Fight On McKenna, to the Massey family for your time, your effort, and your leadership, for organizing an incredible event like this. To each and every one of you who are involved with Fight On McKenna, know just how impactful your gifts are. You help us to attend to the most vulnerable of our patient families, and you help us to give hope in new ways. Thank you again. Keep up the good work, and we hope to see you whenever we can. Be well.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Freddie. So right now we want to talk a little bit more about the growlers. I know we mentioned this earlier, and we talked about what you can get with the growler, and we're giving a free growler away if you're posting on social media, hashtag B4TF20. So make sure you're doing that. It's right down there below. But here's some of the participating restaurants that's going to do with the growlers. So you can see up here, and there's different levels of some of the discounts and some of the things that these places are giving us with the growler.
Yeah, the 16 places listed here, fantastic partners with the Fight On McKenna Foundation. Some of them are doing flat percentage discounts, 20%, and then some are doing flat rate fills.
And it's great too because you have all these participating places, so there no matter where you are in the area, there's going to be one close to you, or either you visited them before, or a lot of them are great that you can visit. So we already talked about Sedona, Frank A. Smith, the Poorhouse, Victory Brewing, Conshohocken Brewing, Great American Pub, Sedona Tap House, Iron Hill Brewery. They have Westchester and Phoenixville. 2SP Brewing Company, Crowded Castle, PJ Ryan's, Timothy's Lionville, Iron Gate, Pottstown United Brewing, Manayunk, JJ Radigan, and Monsanto Brothers. So they're all the participants with the growler. So with that growler, you can go in any of those locations, be able to go in there and get a discount and get that. And some of them, probably will do it multiple times for you. So
and for $25,
well, I was going to say, well worth the price.
If you go through all these and get the discount, you more than made your money back. Plus,
Right.
you had a lot of great beer too.
Yep. So go on there now. These are going to be available again until the end of the weekend. So we're not going to turn these off, at the end of the event like a lot of the auction items will. This will be available all through the weekend. So you can talk, send it out to people, text people, send it out on social media, let them know they can go on, grab this, and if they like doing that, if they like these places, it's going to be well worth it for them to get it. So, Rich, we have another video right now we're going to kick over to, correct?
Yeah, I want to take this opportunity. Fight on McKenna Foundation is honored to have Comcast Technology Solutions as the 2020 Bite for the Fight sponsor. Jack Haney is Senior Vice President GN of Comcast Technology Solutions. I've had the pleasure of working with Jack and his team over the last 3.5 years. Jack and his team are not just great business leaders and technologists, but they're just really great people. Let's hear from Jack on why he supports the Fight on McKenna Foundation and the fight against pediatric cancer.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm representing Comcast Technology Solutions, one of the event sponsors this year. Our team has had the joy of working with Rich over the past few years, and I think I speak for all of Comcast when I say that what Rich and the Massey family have built here have been an inspiration to us all. We're thrilled at the opportunity to continue to provide support to the foundation, to the wonderful team at CHOP, and to do our best to keep McKenna's name and incredible spirit at the forefront of the fight against pediatric cancer. The bravery and commitment that the Massey family has exhibited puts all the daily challenges we face into perspective, and their efforts to keep this event going and all of you engaged, even when we can't all be here together, speaks volumes. We at Comcast look forward to continuing to sponsor and participate in this event for years to come, and hope you all continue to be generous with your time and your money in service of helping other families facing this challenging battle. It's through all of you that McKenna fights on. Thanks.
G'day everyone, hi. My name's Dan Milbourne. I'm the creative director here at the Bunyip Collective. We're a cool little creative studio located just off the main drag here in Phoenixville. We specialise in branding, logos and graphic design, website solutions and apparel design. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had an absolute blast designing this year's label. The theme is a celebration of the little things in life that make up the person and the personality of those we love. And in this case, it's McKenna, isn't it? All the little things that made up her life, like chocolate cake and field hockey and horror movies, her little dog that was a true companion to her. I wanted to pull from those resources and create a series of characters and in hopes that we can all relate to one of them somehow. Hopefully it brings up memories and reminding us of who McKenna really was. The reason why I went with this theme this year and the reason why I really wanted to do this label is for two reasons. My mum actually passed away from ovarian cancer May last year, and from that I really wanted to do something to give back and raise awareness. And when I was asked to do this year's label, I had to do it. I had to jump at it. Thanks again, guys. I hope everyone loves the design. This is a fundraiser, so let's dig deep. Let's raise a ton of money and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you. See ya.
Dan, thank you so much. You did amazing work on this, and you can see this. We have it on the screen here, and you can see it on the bottle. So again, going back to the Purple Punch we talked about earlier, it's such a cool label, and it's so amazing. He talked about why the different items are there, how it all ties into McKenna, and it just did a great job. And I'm going to do the thing the cameraman hates. I'm going to run up, show you real close, but make sure you go buy these as well. So we have the growlers out there still. These are going to be available to the end of the weekend as well, correct? Yep. So you can keep bidding on those. But let's talk about some of the items right now that you can get at a bargain, because there's some things on there. There's a lot of things that people are bidding left and right. There's a lot of things that that are available that people can still kind of steal, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Rich,
I
what do you got? What do we have?
So I mean, I think we still have great value on the Sounds Perfect Kitty Hawk House. The Eagles tickets are still at a great value. A lot of the sports memorabilia. We have Goddard's first touchdown. We have Nola's first MLB game. We have the picture of Allen Iverson dunking over Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. There's 3 Hall of Famers in that picture. We have Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer in the 1962 PGA Championship, which was at Aronimink. I know we have a ton of Penn State fans watching. There is a print of all the pubs of Penn State. So
that is a very cool print. Yes.
That is really cool.
Yep.
We have a signed Ghost of Beer Flyers jersey.
Yep.
That is signed by him, donated by the Philadelphia Flyer Charities. We have some art of tailgating, which is a dog. I know we have a lot of dog lovers out there, so that's a value right now.
Right.
And then as we look forward to 2021, everybody's thinking about next summer already, because summer's over, and we're thinking about next summer and having a normal summer. So get your Laurelwood Swim Club membership.
There you go.
It's out there and available right now at a great value.
There you go. And of course, we have the awesome cornhole. So
the cornhole
you get the
stuff.
cornhole with that, you could do it all together. So that would be great. So we're going to do another video right now. So this is Beverly's Pastry Shop, and this was sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway Realtor Kendra Reinier. Reiner or Reinier, so I apologize if I mispronounced that. But let's kick over to that right now and take a look at Beverly's.
I literally was walking down the street one day looking to get something from the bakery. My mother and I walked in, noticed that he was selling the equipment, kind of walked back out because it was a little bit of a dated bakery. And then my mother walked back in, walked back out, and said we had bought the bakery. So that is how Beverly's and I started together, very sporadically, very spontaneously, and it's been great ever since. Beverly's has been here since 1973. She's always been at this location. She is actually still alive and well. Her name is Beverly D'Annunzio. She opened it with the thought of having it for many, many years. She owned it for 20 and then gave it to another owner, and I took over in 2015. But it's been in this community for almost 47 years now. Last year we made for Bite for the Fight, we made a couple of things. We made dessert shot glasses, which are literally what they're called. They're shot glass full of dessert, and they're really, really delicious. We also had made some cookies for the event, and I believe, don't quote me, but I think I made little pies as well for the event. That was a very cool event that we did last year. I loved last year's festival. I thought the organization of it was really well. The communication about what we had to bring, what we had to do was really, really great. It was also awesome meeting Robert Irvine, him being there. But the whole energy around the event and why we were there and the reason why people were donating, it was... you could really feel it in the air, and it was a nice event to be a part of. Okay, so we've been really getting into jelly rolls. I don't know if you guys know, kind of like the Hostess Swiss roll cakes. We've been really getting into those and making them really funky, classy, yummy flavors. So I was actually going to do a variety of Swiss rolls for the Bite for the Fight. So at Beverly's, COVID's been definitely different. We shut down as soon as Governor Wolf kind of gave the order for everything to kind of cease and desist. We were closed for about 3 weeks. Those were the craziest, longest 3 weeks of my life. And we couldn't survive without being in some type of operation. So after the 3-week quarantine that we did, Beverly's started servicing restaurants that were doing takeout. So local pizzerias started taking some of our desserts and graciously selling them without even getting any proceeds from them. So that definitely helped us get to the transition of doing curbside pickup. We did curbside pickup for about 2 months during the months of April and May. And then in June, we actually opened up our doors when Governor Wolf said that we could do 25% and capacity. We noticed in the beginning of COVID that a lot of businesses were shutting down because they couldn't afford their overhead costs, a lot of them being women businesses. So we decided that we were going to take those women businesses on. In the shop, we have anywhere from a florist to a handmade sign shop. We have local honey. We have a local elderberry syrup. We have someone who makes handmade gift cards. We want Beverly's to showcase these women, and we would also like for them to be able to have a one-stop shop. When you're coming to get your birthday cake, you can get some flowers for them, a sign or a card or whatever you might need. I'm actually a type 1 diabetic, so I've been donating to juvenile diabetes for years. I've been volunteering for them, so anything I can do to give back, it's tremendous. It's kind of ingrained in my soul because we donate a cake to a senior center every month so that people that don't necessarily get to see their family can still have a nice birthday cake. I opened the doors to Beverly's with the mindset of everyone deserves a sweet treat, where it be if you have a nut allergy, if you're vegan, if you're gluten-free, whatever. And also we did with community first. Our community is our number one priority because our community makes our business. So it's very important to myself and my girls. We have a mandate here. All of the girls do community service. Everyone tries to do as much as they possibly can. Well, when you have such a little human who can fight that hard, it really makes your problems insignificant. It really makes your thought process, you can't be angry, you can't be mad, you just have to go and you just have to do. That's kind of how I take in, this whole COVID thing, for example. I mean, are we just gonna sit down and let our businesses suffer? No, you can't. This was a very true showcase of either fight or flight kind of situation. And I believe McKenna was in that same mindset, fight or flight. And everyone should take that mindset on, because otherwise what would be our world if we didn't?
That is great. Thank you so much, Beverly, for doing that for us, for making the video. Thank you to all the people who made the videos for us today and taking the time to do that to help out the charity. We thank you so much. So we're going to kick it over to a little social media check-in right now. And the sponsor of our last video has her nails nicely painted purple right here in honor of today and in honor of McKenna. So thank you so much for posting that and putting that out there. So that's a great, that's on Instagram, right? So, and here is some of the friends, the Flick family. Let's say that 3 times fast. The Flick family out there enjoying this beautiful day, watching it outside. That's a great setup, Flicks. That's very cool. Hi, Flicks. So they're out there enjoying the event, watching it. So thank you so much for posting that. So try to get some of your friends to go ahead and like that, so you can win that growler. That's awesome. But again, put some social media posts out there. We're coming in the home stretch right now. So we have about 20 minutes left of the broadcast here. There'll be maybe a little longer for the auction items. So why don't we talk about some of the auction items right now?
Yeah,
Rich? Some of the bargains that are still out there.
Yeah, so the two I want to hit are the Philadelphia Eagles tickets 4 tickets. 2021 season is still sitting at $1,250.
Come on.
Those tickets went for $1,800 last year during our event. So I think that is great value that you can still grab on those tickets. Yep. And the Sounds Perfect Outer Banks house is still sitting at $2,250.
You know what? I know mentally, I know where you're at right now. We're like, we haven't gone on vacations, everything that's going on. But expect with both of these, think of the future. All right, we're going to be there. You're going to be going on vacation. You're going to be going to games again. So start investing in the future right now with both of those items. Great items. It's such a great location with that house. So that's something you should absolutely bid on right now. You'll be so happy you did if you go on vacation there. And then again, Eagles game, you can't go wrong there. So, whether or not, no matter what happens with the game, it's always fun to go down there. Always fun to experience a live event. So, and that's still a great bargain on those. So I know we have some of the other ones, signed ones, and some of the other things too, right? They're still
we still have the signed Flyers jersey, number 53. Shane Gossaper is still out there. We have Derek Barnett helmet is still there. The Eagles Super Bowl 52 headlines is out there with no bids.
That's a great one. Yeah.
You know, the Laurelwood Swim Club is still out there with no bids. That is a $525 value.
That's cool.
And
Look at that print.
There's
That's
no
great.
bids on that one right now. So, I mean, there's lots of great value out there if someone's looking. I know a ton of people belong to Laurelwood. If you haven't renewed your 2021, you can get it on the cheap.
There you go.
So
if you go on there, there's a few items that have no bids. If you go on there, it actually says no bids across here. So if you want to target it on those and steal a couple items along with some of the other ones, you can go ahead and do that. So, again, get on those auctions because they're going to be closing very soon here. So once the broadcast is over, there'll just be a little bit more time that they'll still be there. So any other items you want to talk about now?
Yeah. I mean, we have the Iverson dunking over Kobe and Shaq is still out there with no bids.
That's a great one.
I mean, three Hall of Famers in one shot.
That's such a cool picture. Look at this. Like, they're just stunned by the awesomeness that is Allen Iverson. Look at Shaq. Can't even do anything against him. So, and obviously Kobe, one of the best, of all time and from this area. So that's a great picture to have. So anyone who's a Sixers fan, that's a great one to pick up.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think
you got down there? Okay. So let's kick it over to another video right now. This is the highlights from last year's event. So again, we're looking towards next year. We're looking to be going back, doing the live event the way we did it. So for those who didn't join us last year, we want you to see what it looked like and the fun that we had last year at the live event. So let's take a look at that real quick.
This is 20 plus restaurants who are all competing for the best bite of the event. We have 12 beverage vendors, distilleries, wineries, breweries here, and it's an all-you-can-taste sample type of event. And everybody's just hanging out for a great cause to help families with pediatric cancer.
McKenna changed our lives. What we're here for is to share something special, and that's to honor a life of a 14-year-old young lady who is still fighting for other people. And look at the turnout for the first time. It's amazing. So thank you all.
For our first year, it's been just an unbelievable response, and we're humbled to have everybody and host everybody.
Hi, my name is Pat Patel, and this is my wife Tracy. We are the owners of 5 TCC Verizon Wireless stores serving our local communities. We proudly support Bite for the Fight and the Fight on McKenna Foundation, helping families battling pediatric cancer.
Our friends, the Massey family, turned their tragedy into an opportunity to help other families in a positive and meaningful way. Their commitment is unwavering. It is a true testament to their selflessness, and what they're doing is simply remarkable. To our sweet angel McKenna and the entire Massey family, we love you and support you today and always.
I hope you're enjoying our broadcast so far. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the people who made today possible. First, our sponsors. Our program sponsor, Comcast Technology Solutions, we thank you. Our segment sponsors, Comcast Reliability Engineering, the Dombrowski family, Kendra Reiner, and Berkshire Hathaway. Our promo sponsors, TCC Wireless and the Patel family, Lot 1 Restaurant and the Miles family, the Barish family, and all of our Fight On sponsorships. To our partners, 94 WIP, Spike Eskin, Joe DeCamera, thank you very much. Robert Irvine, Justin Leonard, and Team Irvine, Boardroom Spirits, the Philadelphia Eagles, Don Smolensky, and Elizabeth Reed, the Stone family for donating the OBX House, David Trout and Sedona Tap House, Mark Ryan and Robert Ryan Catering, and Kristen Serback and Beverly's Pastry Shop. Thank you for letting us come into your place and film. And then lastly, I want to thank the Bite for the Fight team. Mary, Kate, and Chris, Alex, Megan, Matt, and Lori, and Brian and Adrian. Thank you for being a part of this. We can't do Bite the Fight without you guys. You guys are amazing. The amount of time that you dedicate to this, free time, everybody has a day job. We're on it every month talking about how to make this event great, and we do something new every year apparently. Virtual this year. We never did an event last year the size that we did. So thank you to all the time that you dedicate to us. To my family, Michelle, Kayla, and Caden, thank you for allowing me to do this, and I love you guys. And lastly, thanks to all of you. Without your support, there wouldn't be a Bite for the Fight or Fight on McKenna. Thank you for remembering McKenna and help us carry on her legacy and memory. We are all Fight on McKenna, and we're making a difference. Thank you. Matt?
Thank you, Rich, for all that you've done, for getting all this together, for getting the team together. I can't tell you how many times the Zoom meetings we had. I wish I had a camera I could turn around and show the setup, all these guys here. And Rich has been our fearless leader throughout all of this. And that's why we're here, guys. That's the important part of it, is just to, these auction items, everything else is to give back to this charity, because there's so many things this charity does. And we scratched the surface. We talked about Design for Hope a little bit. We do room makeovers for kids going through life-threatening illnesses. You guys sponsor the room, so all the other families that have been blessed because of the Massey family and McKenna and just the fight that goes behind that, we can't thank you enough. So it really is great. So again, we're getting ready to close out here. Go to the auction items. There's still a few more auction items that are available. They're going to be open a little longer. The growlers and these bottles will be available all through the weekend. So go ahead and share that with people. Get people to buy this. So again, it's not this is not for us. This is not this is so this foundation, everybody can go ahead and help these other families, can do the things we talked about at CHOP. The exercise, all the other things that we went through. That's what's important. That's what's important is to get that money, to continue to do this fight, and continue to help all those people throughout that. So again, I agree with Rich. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this later, sorry you missed out on the auction items. You maybe missed out on those, but you can always go to the website, Fight on McKenna. You can always donate. There's always ways to be able to help the charity and help with those things. So anytime you're watching this, we thank you for tuning in. So I think that's it. I think we're done. All the heavy lifting. You want to check in again on social media before we go to see where those posts are? We can do a little bit, or yeah, let's go to the auction. Let's take a look at a couple of the auction items and see where those are at, because there's still some good. This is actually open till 6 o'clock. So there's a counter. There is a counter at the top. So we're going to hold steady to that, because people saw that, and we want to make sure that we don't end it earlier than we said, because I know we said we'd end the broadcast, but we're going to end the broadcast here shortly. These will still be available till 6 o'clock. So again, guys, take a look at some of these great items. I mean, again, we can't talk any more about that house. It's just a phenomenal vacation spot. There's some we didn't even get a chance to talk about all the baskets and all the things. So for all the people that helped put these together and donate those, thank you so much. There's so many great items out there that you can bid on. There you go, some Halloween basket on there, Boss Lady basket. Today is Cancel basket. I like that. Stella Chunky Pumpkin Do-It-Yourself kit. So Halloween will be here before we know it. The spa day. Rich, I know, is already bidding on that one, so we can see if we can outbid him.
I need one after this.
The baking extravaganza. There you go. So all the items that are available there. Doggy fun with monkey. That sounds great. I don't know what that is, but here you go. There's a shampoo picture frame up there. The wine lovers, look, all those bottles of wine that come with the wine rack. So if you're a wine lover, that's a phenomenal one. The pet zone with Panda. So we didn't have a chance to talk about all these items because we had so much. There we go. Classic gin cocktails.
That's great. $220. Someone is going to have some fun.
Absolutely. 10 bids on that. Yeah. A lot of drinkers out in the audience, I see. So that's great. But yeah, so guys, we didn't have the time to talk about all of them. But again, we thank everybody who put those together and do that. And it's just, that's what, helps the charity keep going, to be able to do that and to keep giving back. So again, we thank everyone for coming in, to tuning in, for bidding on the auctions, for sharing this on Facebook and Instagram, everything you did. It's, this is the reason why we were able to keep going, because of your help. So thank you guys. We thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you for the crew, again, to Rich, and we're out. That's it.
Why I want to help out the McKenna Foundation is so that children and adults can live and be cured from this dreaded disease, leukemia.
I love Fight on McKenna because McKenna was the sweetest person and the most amazing friend, and I support the foundation because they're doing amazing things for the children and the families battling cancer just like McKenna and her family did.
I love Fight on McKenna because McKenna was the sweetest and most amazing friend. The foundation also continuously helps families and children who are facing leukemia and other childhood cancers.
One reason why I support and love the Fight on McKenna Foundation is because of my best friend. She was one of the sweetest and purest souls that I've ever met. She taught me so much, and I will never forget the impact that she left on my life.
I support the Fight on McKenna Foundation because they help make my dream bedroom come true. Also, me and McKenna share a birthday. Support them too.
I support Fight on McKenna in honor of McKenna. McKenna was a ray of sunshine in every room she walked in, despite everything she was going through. Thank you to the Massey family for creating this foundation and sharing the love with other families going through this.
Hi, I'm Annette Lemma, and I support Fight on McKenna because I was McKenna's school nurse when she was at North Coventry Elementary. We got to know each other quite well. She was my junior grand marshal at the 2015 Relay for Life in Pottstown, and we have some really great memories together. I want her name to be remembered, and I want her fighting spirit to be remembered. And I want that spirit to guide me and others to do everything you can to fight cancer. I want you to do it with a smile, and I want us all to do things that we don't like to do without complaining. And that's the example that McKenna set for me and hopefully for others. So I miss her very much, and I want us to do whatever we can for this foundation. So thank you.
I love and support the Fight on McKenna Foundation because I was blessed to have McKenna as my granddaughter. She was sweet, kind, and loving. But McKenna had a fight for life. This foundation has taken this fight in her memory to help other families and children fighting pediatric cancer. We miss her. Thank you.
Hi. Why do we support the Fight on McKenna Foundation? Well, last September, the foundation made a special day for our son Daniel. Daniel was fighting stage 4 melanoma, and he was in the fight for his life. And yet, the foundation made a really memorable day and special day for our family. Daniel got to meet and chat with Robert Irvine, which he really enjoyed. He got to meet Swoop and the Eagles cheerleaders, and just got to be part of a nice day helping other kids like him. Daniel earned his wings in January 2020. Our hearts are forever broken, but we have a special memory of that day, so thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And I know Daniel and McKenna, hopefully they're dancing up in heaven right now. Thank you.
Colleen and I support the Fight on McKenna Foundation because I've known my friend Rich for over 20 years. I recall vividly where I was and how I felt each time Rich called to give me an update on McKenna's situation. We think it's absolutely fantastic that Rich and Michelle have taken what is unquestionably the most difficult situation any parent can ever face and have tapped into their experience to turn this into a positive. The Fight on McKenna Foundation helps children and families with serious medical conditions at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We're grateful to have an opportunity to be able to support the Fight for the Fight in this very unusual year of 2020. We wish you the greatest possible success.
I love Fight on McKenna because she was the most amazing friend anyone could ever ask for, and I don't know where I would be today without her. The foundation has done amazing and wonderful things to help children and families face pediatric cancer, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish in the future.
I love the Fight on McKenna Foundation because they took the legacy of an extremely special girl and channeled it into a wonderful cause, bringing more smiles to kids fighting pediatric cancer and several steps closer to finding a cure. Fight on McKenna and go Birds.
Hi, I'm Stan.
Hi, I'm Val. We love and support the Fight on McKenna Foundation because we love McKenna. McKenna's smile was absolutely contagious. I could light up a room. We are so proud of this foundation for continuing to help spread those smiles throughout the hallways of CHOP.
Hi, we the Bittler family support the Bite for the Fight, Fight on McKenna Foundation because it supports families who are fighting the battle with cancer. We were blessed to have known McKenna, and we were honored to be a part of this ongoing tribute in her name.
Hi, we're the Beemler family, and we support the Fight on McKenna Foundation because McKenna was such an important part of our family. We loved her so much, and she really taught us how to be able to be strong and fight and smile through the most difficult of circumstances. She had such a light inside of her that we want to take that light, and we're honored to be able to pour that out to the families at CHOP. We love you, McKenna, and we're just going to keep on fighting. Fight on McKenna!
Hi, I'm Aunt Val, McKenna's aunt. The foundation is important to me because the loss of McKenna has put such a huge hole in the heart of this family, and that the Massey family is able to put it all together and make this foundation so positive and so awesome for other people going through what they know they've gone through. It's just amazing to us. Love you guys. Take care.
We support Fight for the Fight because McKenna Ann will always be an adopted member of our Flick family.
And we will always fight for a cure in her name.
We love you, honey.
I love you.
I support Bite for the Fight and the Fight on for McKenna Foundation to end childhood cancer, and in honor of the sweetest, most bravest girl I've ever known.
I support the Fight on McKenna Foundation because McKenna was one of my best friends, and she had the most contagious smile and laugh, and her foundation helps children and families during the worst time of their lives.